Welcome to a tutorial video on JavaScript basics. In this video, we're going to talk about variables. In JavaScript and in other programming languages, we can think of a variable as a bucket. It is something we put other data in. In the case of JavaScript, variables start with the keyword var, V-A-R. And in fact, you can see that starting on line 2. We have a variable, notice the keyword var, and we have a name here, bucket1. We're also setting its initial value to 34. When you create variables, that is, you use the keyword var and you give it a name, you can assign an initial value in JavaScript. And that's what we're doing here on line 2. Creating a new variable, bucket1, is equal to the initial value 34. Now, I use the metaphor buckets to talk about variables in JavaScript because we can put various types of data in these variables in these buckets. We don't have to use just numbers. We can also use something called a string. In programming terminology, a string is a combination of punctuation, symbols, numbers, and characters, but it's enclosed within quotes, usually an opening quote and a closing quote. These can be single quotations, a single opening quote and a single closing quote, or a double quotation, a double opening, or a double close. And we see that here on line 4. We're creating a new variable, bucket2, notice the keyword var here, and setting its initial value to hello, the string hello enclosed within quotations. So JavaScript variables, buckets in our metaphor, can hold different types of values. We can give them numbers, we can give them strings. We can also, as we're creating them, combine things together and use mathematics, addition, subtraction, division, and other operations to assign an initial value based on the values of other variables and other things that exist within JavaScript. We see that here on line 6. We see the creation of a third variable, result. It is equal to the value of the variable bucket1. Bucket1, its variable, is equal to 34. So the result 34 plus 2 is equal to 36. And in fact, we see that over here on the right-hand side, 36. In fact, if we run this again, I can clear it, click run, we see 36. So we can set the initial value of a new variable to a combination of the values of existing variables. Line 6 shows us that. The value of bucket1 plus 2 is equal to 36, and so the value of the variable result is equal to 36. So as a review, variables in JavaScript, like many other programming languages, can be thought of as buckets. They are things we put values into that we can then use. Since they are named, we can use them as part of our computations or as part of operations within that programming language. In JavaScript, we can assign variables values like numbers 34 as line 2, strings like on line 4, or the combination of other existing variables and other numbers like on line 6. And we can then use these as part of operations and arithmetic, various additions or subtractions within our programming language and within our work in JavaScript because we have these names and because they were created as variables using the keyword var. Thanks for watching.